Very good morning to everyone. In this class, we are going to see the sixth unit book back grammar as well as the vocabulary part. All of you turn to page number 159. Here we are going to see about connectors. Connectors means they are link words that are link words that shows relationship between the ideas expressed in a class or a sentence. Ideas expressed in a class or a sentence. Here the following connectors can be used for different purposes. Different types of connectors are given here for adding to join many sentences. Commonly we use and also as well as moreover to furthermore additionally. Then for consequencing, first, second, third, finally, next, meanwhile, after, then, subsequently, first and foremost. There are different connectors we can use for illustration. Illustrating means to explain. We use for example, such as, instance, for instance, in the case of, as revealed by, illustrated by. Then cause and effect. For cause and effect means there will be some immediate reaction when something happens there. For example, when the man opened the gate, the dog barked. When the man opened the gate, the dog barked. As soon as the man opened the gate, the dog barked. We say it in a simple sentence, just like that. Complex sentence, just like that. For that, you have to use a cause and effect. Because, so, therefore, thus, consequently, hence. These are used for cause and effect. Then for comparison, we use similarly, likewise, as with, like, equally, in the same way. Then for qualifying, but, however, although, unless. Unless means if not is the meaning of unless. Except, apart from, as long as, if. They are called as for qualifying connectors that is used for qualifying. Then contrasting. Contrasting means one positive side will be there, another side negative will be there. In a sentence, one side positive idea will be there, another side negative idea will be there. For such sentence, we use the connectors whereas, instead of, alternatively, otherwise, unlike, on the other hand, conversely. Then for emphasizing, above all. Emphasizing means to give importance to above all, in particular, especially, significantly, indeed, notably. They are called as these are a few connectors that are given in the book in this box. So whenever we read something, a newspaper or storybook or whatever it may be, many sentences will be connected by link words. Link words are connectors. When you see different type of connectors, you have to note down this different type of connectors in a notebook, and you have to frame different sentences using the connectors. Now here, look at the following sentences and how connectors are used. The man has much money, however, he isn't happy at all. The man has much money, however, he isn't happy at all. Here, however, is the word that connected the word that is written on the bold letter, that is called as the connector. However, next one. I like playing football. On the other hand, my brother likes playing basketball. On the other hand. Just go through that these type of words that you can see in the refer in the dictionary, and you can get the Tamil meaning also. For further reference, you can see the dictionary to get Tamil meaning also. His family made a lot of effort to make the son's lessons better. Conversely, he never made any effort. Go through all the connectors and get the meaning, English meaning and Tamil meaning from the dictionary. It is very with different type of examples they will give. Okay, it is easy for you to understand. Next one. She spent 4 years studying for her law degree. Meanwhile, she continued to work at the bank. Here, meanwhile is a connector that shows the relationship between the first sentence and the second sentence. Next one. We are not allowed to use your mobile phone here. Similarly, you have to switch it off when you are in the library. Here, similarly is a connector used here. These connectives are called as we can call it as vocabulary as well as the situational words. These connectives are called as vocabulary or situational words, or the connectives may be called as the starters also. For starting some sentence we use this type of connectors. For connecting sentence also we use this type of connectors. For linking some words or linking some sentence also we use these connectors. Next one, complete the following sentence using appropriate connectors from the box. She felt cold, therefore she was wearing a winter coat. She felt cold, therefore she was wearing a winter coat. Therefore is a connector here. Next one, this restaurant has some of the best chefs in the town. Moreover, the service is excellent. Moreover is a connector here. Next one, I am going to the party tonight because, that means here because means it is reason, gives the reason. Connector that gives a reason. I am not going to the party tonight because I didn't get an invitation. I didn't get an invitation because the connector here. Here you can set the table. Meanwhile I will start making dinner. Here meanwhile means it refers to the time, the gap time. Meanwhile I will start my dinner. This is the connector here. Next one, I can play quite a few instruments. For instance means for example. Another word is called as for instance. The flute, this is the connector here. The flute, the guitar, the piano. Next one, the store was out of chocolate chips, although they would need to make different types of cookies. Although it is a contrast connective. Although is a contrast connective. One positive will be there, one negative will be there. That is also, in order to connect that one, use the contrast connective. Although. Next one, the stores are open daily except Sunday. This is a situational link word or the connective. Next one, I will stay as long as you need. I will stay as long as you need. This is also a connective. Next one, this detergent is highly concentrated and thus you will need to dilute it, and thus is a connective. Next one, it was a thing he prized above all. It was a thing he prized above all. Now let me explain different type of other connectors. Our connectors are called as situational link words. Situational link words. First one, how to frame connectors, how to coin connectors. When you take the word some, you can get, when you add the suffix how, somehow, then when you different words you can add, someone, somewhere, somewhat, therefore. So these are the different connectors that are used as a link words, or that are used as a in some places that can be act as a starters also. Then therefore, since, hence, because, why not, why else, who else, meanwhile, short while ago, for a while, for a while, short while ago, for a while, after a while. Here while is an important word. We use the prefix and the suffix and make different words as to form connectors. Meanwhile, short while ago, for a while, after a while. Then ever, using ever, whenever, however, whatever. Then even if, using even if, even before, even then, since when, using since when, since how also you can use that one. Then how long, at that instant, at that moment refers to time. Right now, more likely, most probably, many a times, as long ago, years back, couple of days back, earlier, later, ultimately, eventually means finally. Ultimately and eventually gives the same meaning, finally. Mm, Finally, at last, initially, after all, no wonder. Unlike recently, recent past, somehow, just before, just now, right now. So what? To my surprise, a few years ago, in the early, first and foremost, no more, none other than you, nothing left, nothing to do beyond, no one else, nothing to fear, nothing problem, none of your business, no longer, no wonder, nothing happened, no doubt, never before, very soon, very next moment, very next day, very first day, in the very first attempt, in the first impression, at the first impression, in case of, in case of means it refers to condition. In spite of, in the event of, in spite of means contra, it is used in contrasonance. In the event of, also it in incident by incident, coincidence, couple of occasions, several occasions, on the same occasion, in one occasion, down to, that's just like that. We have different type of link words of the connectors here. Around the clock, order of the day, ineffective, imbalanced, substandard, uneasy, inconvenience, as long as a result of, often, occasionally, gradually, initially, all of a sudden, rarely, hardly, late late night, at the high time, at peak hour, in the 11th hour, on the fatal day, of course. Here, these things you can see in the, of course, in fact, rather, perhaps. When you use in, when you communicating with others, we often use these words. Of course, in fact, rather, perhaps. Of course means certainly, in fact means truly, rather means somewhat, perhaps means sometimes, on the pretext of, on the false reason of. Just like that, when you refer the dictionary also, you can get the exact meaning of each word. Please try to go through the dictionary and find out the words. Then, most likely, obviously means clearly, apparently means also clearly, first of all, as a result, as far as, simultaneously means at the same time. That's the meaning. Subsequently, consequently, consequence, reportedly, allegedly. So these words comes in incidents that happen, that is highlighted in the newspapers. When you read the newspapers about certain incidents, you can find out these things. Subsequently, consequently, consequence, reportedly, allegedly, by chance, incidentally, unexpectedly, unfortunately, accidentally, at times. You can see these different type of words here. So I recommend each and every students to read the Hindu newspaper daily, at least for 15 minutes. Spend time in reading Hindu newspaper, and when you find some incident, when you find different type of incidents, just note down the situational link words or the connectors, and just underline it, and note down in the notebook, and try to frame different sentence, and also you have to refer the dictionary, and you can get number of examples there. Let using that words, number of examples will be given there. The best thing you have to, when you find a situational link word or the connector, when you in the next day also, when you quite often read the next time, we find the same vocabulary there also, you have to highlight it, and you have to note down a notebook, and it will be easy for you to update number of vocabularies as well as situational link words that are called as connectors. If you are very good at vocabulary and situational link words or the connectors, it is very easy to communicate very effectively than others. Thank you. Have a nice day.